Hello everybody, welcome to Toronto Maple Leafs franchise. This is episode 1, my second season of Leafs hockey.
When the NHL expanded from 6 teams to 12, it brought the entry of a team from Southern California that has won a title and won scores of fans, the Los Angeles Kings.
The Maple Leafs come into the game 3-1. The Kings come in at 1-2-1. Penalty on Toronto. Penalty shot for the Kings. Pearson set to take the penalty. And Bernier with the nice kick save on the left side. Near side post save. Midway through the first, a shot from the point deflected in. By Leo Komarov, and the Leafs go up 1-0. Late first period now. Working behind the net, cross-ice pass, and the score by JVR. Across the crease, and Quick cannot get there in time to stop the shot. Power play goal for the Leafs. It's 2-0 Toronto. Nice blocked shot there midway through the second period by Scott Piercy. And then Carl Hagelin on the beautiful pass from Holland puts Toronto up 3-0, and LA looks like they're in big trouble. Carl Hagelin with the goal assisted by Winnick and Holland. Beautiful teamwork there for the Leafs. Towards the end of the second period now, after a deflected pass, Carter slaps it in from the right side in the slot. And the Leafs are up 3-1. Jeff Carter from Clifford and King off of the deflected pass. So second period is coming to a close now. 3-1 Leafs. And with 30 seconds left in the second, the Kings score again to cut the lead to 3-2, heading into period number 3. Early in the third now. Kings stoned there by Bernier. And a loose puck in front of the net is buried. And the game is tied with 17 minutes remaining in period number 3. We got a brand new game. Kyle Clifford with the goal. You see the pass whiffed on the one-timer and ends up all the way to the other side of the crease for the score. Middle of the third. The Kings score again, and 4 unanswered goal puts LA up 4-3. And the Kings would go on to score once again, and they get the victory over the Maple Leafs 5-3. The Leafs fall to 3-2. The Kings, with their second win of the season, improved to 2-2-1. Good home win for the Los Angeles Kings. 5 unanswered goals to come back from down 3-0 to win this game in Staples Center. As you look at this calendar quickly, you can see that the Leafs opened up with a loss against Tampa Bay, then beat Ottawa, beat the Islanders, beat Anaheim, and then lost this game to the Kings. They go on the road to lose at Edmonton. And so they're 3-3 set up for this next matchup with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Maple Leafs, 5th right now in the Eastern Conference Atlantic Division at 3-3 and 6 points. And in the Western Conference Central Division, the Chicago Blackhawks leading the division with 8 points, 4 wins, 1 loss.
This is Chicago, a city of recent Stanley Cup champions. And just west of the loop on Madison Street, it's the home ice of the Blackhawks. Hi, everybody. Along with Eddie Olchek, Mike Emmerich.
7th game of the season for Toronto. Welcome to the United Center in Chicago.
He's got that centering pass.
Middle of the first period action for Toronto. Pass right in front of the net. Stopped there by Corey Crawford.
Chicago and 10 for Toronto. Toronto's registered a lot of hits in this period, but the one that will last the longest in memory.
And at the end of the first period, in the first intermission, no score.
Finessed to Hunwick.
Cross ice. Shot wide to the right side. Missed by Toronto. Still no score. Shot saved there by Sergei Bobrovsky, who was picked up from Nashville in the offseason. The Maple Leafs failed to make the playoffs last year. One of the biggest issues for the Leafs was team defense and goaltending. And they hope to have answered the goaltending issues here with Sergei Bobrovsky. Shot from right in front of the net. Stopped there by Bobrovsky. And then a nice glove save from the high slot.
40 minutes have been played here and still more to go. A well-deserved for Chicago.
And at the end of period number 2, we still have no score between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you see again the beautiful glove save by Sergei Bobrovsky. No score. We're headed to the third. Early in the third period now. Wrap around. Shot. Deflected. Rebound. No. Shot deflected to the corner. And from the wing, the shot is deflected in by James Van Riemsdyk. JVR with the goal, putting the Maple Leafs up 1-0 early in period number 3. Shot assisted by Nazem Kadri and Joffrey Lupul. You see a slow motion deflection by JVR right in front of the net. Gets past Crawford for the goal. Later in the third, Peter Holland with a checking from behind major penalty, and he is tossed from the game. A 5-minute power play upcoming for the Blackhawks. Midway through the third period.
Oh, guys, that looked from my vantage point like it was going to go in when the puck changed direction.
And the game is over. The Blackhawks lost.
And that shot is stoned, and the Leafs end up winning it by a score of 1-0. A shutout for Bobrovsky. And Toronto back above 500 at 4-3.
Some nights are special in memory. This one was an outstanding.
As you see a look from the net on the JVR deflection goal. Right through the 5-hole of Corey Crawford, and the Leafs with a 1-0 win in Chicago. Very huge victory for Toronto and a tough place to play. So you look at the statistics, Toronto outshot 36-20.
And since 1998, home of an NHL franchise called the Predators. Missed the net.
And we're in Nashville for the conclusion of a long road trip for Toronto.
And one goes up on the
A shot redirected in by Nazem Kadri. And the Leafs take an early 1-0 lead on the Predators.
That puck looked like it got deflected right in front of the goaltender. I'm sure Ray had a much better look at that. It did get deflected, Eddie, and when we get a look at it on the replay right here, you're going to see the goalie's in position, but because
The deflection gets past Pecorine. Here's a shot from the high slot. Nice save there by Jonathan Bernier.
through center.
I believe it was Bernier. This shot goes off the post. The rebound, pass right in front of the net, centering pass. Nothing happens with that one. Carl Hagelin on a beautiful pass and a quick backhand wrister from the left side. Buries it in the back of the net, and the Leafs are up 2-0. The assist by Winnick. Just a quick scoop on the backhand. Gets past Pecorine. Leafs with the 2-0 lead. And that score holds at the end of the first intermission. Jonathan Bernier with a fine performance in net for the Leafs in this game. Another stop there by Pecorine.
The shooter can only hang his head, guys. He made an excellent shot. The goalie was just better on that occasion. I don't know how the shooter can do much more than that. The goaltender made an...
Quick one-timer now from the slot. Actually goes off the back end of the stick handle of Jonathan Bernier. And at the end of period number 2, the score remains Maple Leafs 2, Preds nothing. Early in the third now. Good opportunity at the far post is saved by Rene, and then the Preds on the cross crease pass with the score, cutting the lead to 2-1. Colin Wilson with the goal, assisted by Smith and Jones. So you see the quick pass just across the crease. Bernier, slow to get there, kind of had a teammate in the way that kept him from making the save. Midway through the third now, Preds trying to tie it up. Bernier stones him. Shot here from the high slot is just wide. Nifty move there, but shot stoned by Rene. And in the closing seconds of the game, the Leafs get an empty netter by Carl Hagelin. And Toronto is going to go on to win this one 3-1 in Nashville at the conclusion of the long road trip. And they will head back to Toronto with a 5-3 a 5-3 record on the season. The perfect way to end out the road trip.